You know, you get used to it. You fight in other people's hometowns on the way coming up, trying to make a name for yourself. So it's not like it's familiar territory, but it's, of course, you want the crowd to be on your side. It's I guess it's different fighter to fighter, but for me, I got used to it. It wasn't a big deal if I got booed or.
So can we get your prediction for the main event?
I'm gonna go Islam by decision. Islam is huge.
He's huge.
He's huge.
He's too big for 55, and then you see him at 170. Like, how did you ever make 55?
Right.
Because he's so dominant at 170.
Yeah, Hunter from the UFC, I was in his office not too long ago, and they keep record of all the weights fight night. They don't release them all, but they keep it. And we were talking about the Islam fight when I fought Islam, and he was telling me his weight. I was like, that's it.
For me, when I look at that matchup and I break it down, I think Islam is very good with defense and with distance. If he's close, he's grappling. He's not staying in that brawling zone grabbing you. And I don't care if he's gonna keep you there. He's gonna push you on the cage. If I'm in Islam's corner, that's what I'm doing. I'm keeping him there, especially for the first, second, third round, trying to initiate that takedown. Oliveira got the body lock pretty early. Islam is really good there with the trips, with the body locks, with the single legs there. I think he would have continued grappling there, and it would have been a lot more interesting. It would have definitely got past the first round.
Alexander Volkanovski gives his honest pick. He says Islam Makhachev carries scary knockout power, but Ian Garry still has a real shot if he surprises him early.
If he puts hands on anyone, like if he traps them, you know, gets them where they don't want to be and lands a nice big shot, it's going to be game over. You know, I mean, he can knock out anyone, even in the lightweight division. But yeah, I just believe that probably would be his only chance, just from what I've seen, right? Like you hear about him having really good grappling, and you hear things, and you won't know till I see that at the highest level. So if he starts out grappling Islam or stop and takedown defense and things like that, then I'm going to be like, oh, okay, now I'm seeing something that I haven't really seen. So now then my opinion might change within the first round. But yeah, I haven't really seen that. So I'm going to go with what I know, and I know he can hit hard. I felt it firsthand. Like, well, I didn't feel, actually, I don't remember it. But it's but yeah, it's again, if he puts his hands, he can definitely catch him. So he's just as dangerous as anyone in that lightweight division.
Yeah.
Michael Bisping says people sleep on Ian Garry way too much. He believes Islam Makhachev faces a much tougher fight than most fans expect.
And I'm telling you right now, this fight for Islam Makhachev may be a lot harder than what people think. Given all of the accolades that Islam Makhachev has, it's easy to just dismiss Ian Garry and say, listen, he's got to just run right through him. Okay, you could send him to Dagestan or Georgia for 20 years and still forget all about it.
Send him 2-3 years Dagestan and forget.
The guys who fought both can't even agree. But these next legends, they've felt Islam's pressure up close, and they know what's coming.
Happen. So we just got to see what his motivation level is, you know, and you know, he's going to be a lot smaller than Ian. So, I mean, I think he inflicts his will, and, you know, he takes him down and makes it a boring fight. But, you know, definitely Ian can win. He has paths to victory on the feet, but we'll have to see what type of evolution he has in his wrestling.
Arman Tsarukyan says Islam Makhachev is in his absolute prime, calling his timing, movement, and wrestling a nightmare for any opponent.
Islam gonna win him, but not like that. It was like so easy. I don't know. Islam now, right now, on his prime. That's crazy. How he feels distance, how he strides, how he's calm, and you see he does he moves so good. He doesn't spend like energy, you know. He just shoot on the right time, punch on the right time, and take him down.
Chael Sonnen sticks with Islam Makhachev. He says elite wrestling wins fights, and that's why the champion stays the favorite heading into UFC 330.
Islam is still the favorite. And all that we get from that is all that we need to get from it, and it's very fair and very reasonable that in our expertise of watching the sport, if somebody is more dominant in a skill that really matters, such as wrestling, they're going to win the fight. Doesn't matter who's dynamic. And that entire make sure you're dynamic and make sure you're versatile, I mean, just trace it back. Just trace it back to its inception. It came from guys who sucked at wrestling, wanting wrestlers to not be as good at wrestling. I mean, if you trace it back, though, that's what you will find. Some fighters would even come out and say, well, she's going to take me down and hold me there. She could take me down and hump me. gonna take me down and lay on me. He's gonna take me down and blanket me. I mean, they would start throwing these things out. And they would do it.
Nobody's calling this an easy fight. Every dude who's been locked in there with Islam or Garry keeps saying the same thing. One mistake, and it's lights out.
He's got, you know, a very, very diverse ground game, but a very, very oppressive ground game. Very good at dominating people and making them feel suffocated, and you know, it must feel incredibly claustrophobic to get stuck underneath Makhachev and then start to feel him attacking a limb. You know, I mean, you know, I felt when I was fighting GSP, I knew what he was doing, but I couldn't stop him doing it. I'm like feeling him isolating a limb. I'm like, oh no, this is going to be difficult.
Ariel Helwani says Islam Makhachev looks even better at welterweight, calling him the most complete fighter in the sport right now.
Give Islam all his flowers, all the credit in the world. He is unbelievable. He is the best pound for pound fighter in the world. It's scary to think that he's even better and more impressive at 170 than he is at 155. He completely shut out the welterweight champion in his first fight at 170 pounds. He looked very comfortable with the 15 extra pounds, and it was probably more by the time the fight happened. And what stood out to me the most is that it felt like a massive weight had been lifted off of Islam's shoulders.
Michael Bisping still picks Islam Makhachev as the favorite, but he warns everyone never to overlook Ian Garry in a fight this big.
But anyway, Islam Makhachev, I don't think he's thinking about that. All he's thinking about doing is something that other people have never done, and that is defend belts in 2 weight divisions. As I say, he defended 4 times at lightweight, and now this will be his first ever defense at welterweight. And by the way, if he gets through Ian Garry, and that is a big if, and I say that respectfully, and I assume Islam will be a massive favorite, and rightly so. I'm just saying, you can never count your chickens
Daniel
in this
Cormier
sport.
respects Ian Garry's confidence, but his prediction comes with a serious warning. DC says believing in yourself is one thing, but rushing into a fight against Islam Makhachev with the wrong mindset can end badly. He doesn't rule Garry out, yet he believes patience and smart decisions matter more than bold trash talk when you're facing one of the most complete champions in the UFC.
I love confidence. I love confidence. I love a guy that believes in himself. I love someone that's willing to go out on a limb and call their shot. What I don't understand, though, is sometimes a person is misguided in their thoughts, and when they're misguided in their thoughts, they set themselves up for a very, very bad night or a bad result. I'm not saying Ian Garry cannot beat Islam Makhachev. What I'm saying is you got to take that as it comes.
Islam Makhachev says he feels healthy, focused, and completely ready for Ian Garry. He explains that every hard training camp has one goal: to make fight night look easy. According to Islam, the preparation is already done, and now it's about executing the plan inside the octagon. His confidence only strengthens the predictions from UFC legends who believe the champion enters UFC 330 with another complete performance.
I'm ready. Who is gonna be next? Let's do this, and I will make it easy. And today I show you, Jake's one of the best in this game. You know, one of the hardest opponent. That's why I prepare so hard to make this easy, and this is our plan.
Ian Garry says this is the kind of fight fans rarely get to witness. He believes both he and Islam Makhachev represent elite-level competitors, and he wants to prove he's the first man to solve the champion's puzzle. Garry's confidence keeps growing as UFC legends continue making their predictions, leaving fans wondering if his belief is enough to pull off the biggest upset of his career.
I'm one of the greatest of all time. That the body of work, the performances I've done, and the names that I've fought, and the way I've gone out and beat people, means that when you talk about the greatest of all time, my name is in that conversation. What excites me about this fight is the fact that no one has solved this puzzle. No one has solved his jigsaw puzzle, and no one has solved mine. And both of us are going to win now and try and solve each other's puzzles. And I'm excited for that because it's something you don't see a lot in the UFC. We don't have a lot of elite level competition meeting each other at their undefeated stages in life, so I'm excited for this.
Javier Mendez believes Islam Makhachev is one of the most complete fighters in MMA because he excels in every area of the game, from striking and wrestling to judo and grappling. He says Islam has no real weakness. That's exactly why so many UFC legends keep picking the champion before UFC 330, believing Ian Garry must deliver something extraordinary to overcome such a complete mixed martial artist.
Islam is that we didn't really have to do very much at all. We just had him do 5 rounds, and we've been kind of more or less doing that already. So he's already used to it, and he's so good everywhere. You know, he's a good striker, he's a good in the ground, he's a good wrestler, he has good judo, he has good kick, everywhere. He's good everywhere. So really, we just have to get him mentally in shape, mentally focused, and realistically, that's easy to do too, because he's been so well trained from father. You know, Habib's father, Abdulmanap, done such a great job with him that for me, my job is really easy. And any other coach that comes in and trains Islam Makhachev is going to have an easy time with it because father has trained him extremely well from the get-go. You know, from what I hear, he was, you know, the #1 student for father. That's according to what Habib had told me. So I can see it. You know, you can see everything in Islam. He's everything that you're supposed to be. He handles himself well outside. He handles himself well inside. So he's the total package.
Joe Rogan says Islam Makhachev separates himself through unmatched discipline and relentless training. He explains that Islam's lifestyle revolves around improving every single day, with total focus on becoming a better fighter. Rogan believes that level of commitment creates champions, which is why so many UFC legends expect Islam to stay composed under pressure when Ian Garry tests him at UFC 330.
Unbelievably grueling training sessions. And, you know, that was one of the things that was so apparent, like with his endurance and their discipline was like second to none. They were like, no girlfriends, no phones, no video games. We train. Yeah. And, you know, recover, train, eat, recover, train. And you wanna really be a champion? This is how you have to work. And this is why Islam Makhachev is so good.
Cain Velasquez believes Islam Makhachev continues doing exactly what has made him one of the best fighters in the world, winning in dominant fashion. He says Islam has mastered every part of MMA, making him an incredibly difficult challenge for anyone. As more UFC legends reveal their honest predictions before UFC 330, Cain joins the growing list of experts backing the champion to deliver another impressive performance.
You know, the fighting goes, the training goes, all that. So I see Islam just continuously doing what he's doing, and that's winning impressively. He's somebody who's mastered all aspects of the fight.
That's it. The predictions are locked in, and now there's nothing left but the fight. The guys who've actually stood across from Islam Makhachev and Ian Garry have spoken, and every single take adds another layer to this matchup. Some believe Islam's pressure is just too much. Others think Garry has the style to shock the world. Now it's time to find out who's right. UFC 330 isn't just another title fight, it's a legacy fight. Drop your prediction in the comments. Tell us who's leaving with the win, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell because the biggest UFC stories are just getting started.